r/AskReddit, what is a socially unacceptable fact about yourself? True freedom. Good ol' Irish goodbyes. I would deliberately pretend that I don't hear people calling me or asking me stuff in social situations. Also in a crowd when people are chit-chatting in a circle, I zone out if I'm not interested. I am opposite, I deliberately pretend to hear people go on and tune myself out. I keep them engaged in the conversation by using, really, what happened then, etc. without really paying any attention to what they are saying. I do this so they can finish what they are saying without being rude, and that's a problem I have never really overcome. I was one of the last kids to ever been a patient in an insane asylum here in the US. The one I was in closed down in 1993. Well, at least that would be an acceptable origin story if you decide to turn supervillain one day. Did they give you a certificate that says you don't have donkey brains? That must have really sucked, but it's also kind of cool. If you ever go on a rampage, the headlines will be spectacular. I don't like talking. It's not that I'm afraid to talk, I just prefer to stay quiet most of the time. Unfortunately, we live in a world that requires you to talk a lot if you want to make connections. Preach, I have to literally force the words out and pretend so much. It's exhausting. My parents are cousins. Nobody, outside the family, knows. No adverse effect on the kids, although I am on Reddit a lot. I had a baby at 17, got pregnant again a few years later, and could not afford another child. My sibling, who could not have children, adopted my baby. Does the baby know you're biologically its mother? I have no idea how to manage friendships. I have friends and I'm friendly. But sometimes I forget to text back, and if they don't call or retext I could go months with no contact. Unless I find something funny to share, then I'm sending it to everyone. Yeah, I'm not good at high maintenance friendships either. That being said, I don't expect it from others either. If I'm friends with someone and they gave no indication that this isn't the case anymore, then I'll still consider them friends even if we haven't talked in a decade. I ignore texts and calls. It starts with "I'll respond later," and then after a while I feel like it's been too long to reply, so I don't. It's not malicious, but I assume it feels that way to others. I'm glad I'm not alone. I sometimes just don't know what to reply, or I'm not free at the moment. That I was in a gang for many years. It's great you got out though, smiley face. I'm so proud of you, random stranger. I work in a PICU in a relatively small city and we've lost 2 kids in 2 weeks to gang violence. Truly. Really proud of you. I have Tourette's, including coprolalia/swearing tics. I'm very lucky though, because I seem to fit in pretty well in restaurant kitchens, and I love that line of work. My great-grandparents were first cousins, loved each other dearly. Then my grandmother, their daughter, fell in love with her first cousin, but they agreed they couldn't marry because the family tree branches were already growing too close together. I never really gave it much thought until I mentioned it in passing to my friends, and their reaction was like, "Ew." I'm a 38-year-old man who sleeps with stuffed animals. Edit, thanks y'all. Taxidermy. Or just the vanilla kind. Love me a good nose pickin'. There are 2 kinds of people, people who agree with you, and liars. 40 plus, I orgasm up to 15 times a day, with ejaculation each time. Didn't know that wasn't normal until my 20s when I got married. What the fuck kind of superhuman alien are you, LMFAO? How much time between your first and your 15th orgasm, is it like really spread out, or is it with like 10 minutes gaps? Jesus, how is your dick not calloused? On purpose? Or does any accidental stimulation set you off? I always have a bitch face, but the second someone smiles at me, my whole minute was made. I make too much eye contact. I've been practicing looking away. I don't like my mom. My mom makes me so mad and I keep getting, "Oh, be nice. She's your mom." I just stopped talking about her to people. I am a woman who is willingly sterilized. When I was 18, I slept with a woman in her 50s. She had mild schizophrenia. She thought she was the reincarnation of Michael Jackson. However, MJ was still alive and well at the time. Now, all these years later, I'm wondering if that's why she had sex with me, because I was 30 plus years younger than her, and she was the king of pop. This is going to sound like a strange question, but this didn't happen in Newcastle, UK, did it? That I'm a drug addict. Same bro, same. I was in a mental health hospital and I still have regular emotional breakdowns. I work at one of those, and we have all kinds of people here. No one is immune to mental issues, it could happen to literally anyone. You shouldn't be too hard on yourself about the fact that you got help. I hope you get better, my dude. I'm fat. Funny, I have trouble making eye contact, especially when having long conversations. Ugh, same. I just took back control of my weight this week out of necessity. I could barely fit any of the clothes in my closet and I was feeling sick all the time. I'm down 1.2 pounds for this week, continuing the long journey in the weeks to come. Edit, please no advice guys, I am dealing with this my way. Thank you. I'm a double dipper. Calm down there, Satan. Next time just take one bite and end it. I own a reasonably large amount of comic book themed statues. And like, the big ones, that are 2 feet tall. I like candy corn. I knew the sick ones would come out sooner or later. That's deplorable. Yes, FBI, this one right here. Same. And the waxy pumpkins that come out around Halloween. Hello, how are you, Tota? I'm very happy to get home after work and stay in bed for the rest of the day, most days of the week. I hate working, but that doesn't mean I'm lazy. I live my life by doing a bunch of side hustles and love it. I make about $10K/year, but I have everything I need: food, shelter, and a wonderful community. I work about 2 months a year, but otherwise I lay on the beach with a joint in my hand and a cat on my lap. Sounds like a win, TBH, smiley face. I was a stripper. A friend of mine was a prostitute, now she has a medical degree. Just because he did something in the past doesn't define who you are right now this second. I think babies are ugly as hell. I feel bad for saying so, but I personally just find them to be an annoying burden. People have told me that my perspective will change someday. Maybe. But I'm not so sure. I don't really even find them cute. I find puppies and kittens to be much cuter, and I even enjoy their company more. I like children once you can start talking to them though. I don't do baby talk. They seem to appreciate being talked to like another adult. I don't respect and not even like my parents. In a good day I tolerate them. I am doing what I can to move ASAP after college and pretend they don't exist. I have taken human lives? Sure, during military service, but just the same. I have a secret, naughty Reddit account. Just one? Who doesn't? Can't stand body hair. From shoulders down, anything not visible is gone. Only keep what's visible because I don't want to be made fun of by strangers. Hate it though. Ashamed that I prefer myself without, because I feel less of a socially acceptable male. Nothing feels better than some freshly shaved and powdered balls. So smooth and soft. Edit, a letter. That I've hung out with drug dealers and super sketchy people and actually kind of like those people. Also that I drank a shit ton of alcohol starting when I was 12. Anything my OCD comes up with. I am incredibly clingy and needy, smiley face. I'm autistic, so there are plenty of things I say or do that are socially unacceptable simply because I otherwise look and act neurotypical. The number of you don't look autistic or whatever I've gotten. Yes, it is quite difficult to find a balance between expressing this interest versus staring into the soul. He'll leave. He'll just go home and love it.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.